I'm coming, please. Let me record this. So بالله أحتاج إلى هذا اسمه الشاي
Shy.
either. So we have. I say that you have two specializations, right? We have. That one. Please kindly bear with me, please. I think I even wanted to cancel this class today, but I just said no. No matter how, we will still do it. So like what I think I've started recording. Yeah, fine. So now I thought that we have two specializations. We have the mobile and we have the desktop, which I have told you also that the best, or don't let me say the best. They are both okay, but people tend to specialize more on mobile, and the reason is one is because as per Google statistics, so they show that people tend to use mobile first than any other gadget. That is, the people that have access to mobile, there are many than any other device also. Yeah, that's why we have more developers on mobiles than the desktop. Exactly. Even you see a random person that doesn't have like a laptop or something. So the difference between all this, between all these gadgets in tech, is just all about screens, right? Screens. So now, because how you are viewing something on your mobile is different from how you will be viewing it on your tablet, and how you will be viewing it on your tablet, it will be different from how you will be what you'll be viewing it on your desktop. So that's why they call them mini model computers, because computer was as big as this our buildings before, like let's say a complete building. That's how computer was before. So now one of the major differences among all these systems is the size. So from there, computer now started reducing from desktop. The model meaning that you have, we have desktop, then laptop, then palm top, then our mobile. So now that's why we have more developers on what on mobile than any other things. Hope that's clear. That's why someone that knows mobile will get to have will have more advantage over anyone that is specializing on the desktop, right? But desktop is also good, and they are the one that have even more, because if you specialize on desktop, you have higher pay than the mobile. But the the numbers the numbers are somehow limited because of the people using. Not everyone have access to a desktop. Hope that's clear. So that's why we want to specialize on mobile first, so that by the time we advance, then we now start moving towards how we can create the desktop own and the other. So and now for now we are now choosing a framework. We don't want to choose a programming language straightforward, because if you are to choose a programming language, it will take us a lot of time. So before you understand this, before you understand that, so it will take us a lot of time before you get to be doing things, right? So, and I've also emphasized then that the way you learn is different the way you implement. That's where most of you, or let's say most of us, used to find this difficult. That you have learned this, you have learned that, you have learned variables, you have learned structure, you have learned algorithms. But whenever you've started, whenever you now tend to put this into development, that's where you will now say that, oh, all the variables that I've been learning, so how will I get it? So then you will not tend to say that. So how will I implement all what I've learned so far? So that's why most people used to find it difficult. So but we are specializing on mobile. So now, and the mobile that we've chosen is Flutter. And someone also asked this question that we have React Native. Yeah, we have a lot of them, but which I also emphasized again, and I've also said this always, that it's not all about tech. It's not all about the tool that you're using. It's all about the solution that you are creating. So yes, we can use React Native, but if you have to use React Native, it somehow be somehow difficult for you that you don't know more about JavaScript. So React Native will be easier for us once we've started learning JavaScript. So and once you've mastered JavaScript, you will find it very easy to learn all these frameworks within. I even give you, if you are committed, within 1 month is okay for you. Or if you are extra committed, 1 week is enough for you to understand everything completely. So, but the main problem is you need to master one language first, and then the other will come very easy, right? So, but Flutter is owned by Google, right? While the React Native that we are talking about is owned by Facebook, but that's a matter. But for Flutter, it's owned by what? By Google. But although Google too, they use what React used. So because there's something that we call widget. So everything that you are seeing, that all the components that you have seen, you use button, you make use of button, of container, all these images, anything that you are clicking, that you are seeing the interface, they call them widgets. That is the same concept Google too found out. That's what they looked at in creating their own Flutter. So which we have Flutter today, and the programming language is what we call Dart, D-A-R-T. That's the programming language for. But if you are to also specialize on the programming aspect, it will give us a lot of, like, you have a lot of time to spend before you get to understand things. So that's why I want this one to be practical, and we will just go straight on how to learn all about these widgets. And I'll give you shortcuts, and I will give you some things that you just have to master, and that's all. It will be easier for you. Your own part, it's just to what? To just practice, right? So now let me start sharing my screen so that we will get started. Can you all see my screen now? Hello? Can you see my screen now? Fine. And I hope I'm audible enough. I'm sorry, my voice is not that clear tonight, but I hope that you can see my screen. So now, first of all, I've told you that you have to install Flutter, which I've told you that just come down here and search for Flutter. Flutter download, right? Once you click on Flutter download, you will just download this file. So let's wait, it's still loading. Sorry, my network is somehow. The network. Let me rephrase this. So, which I believe that you've all downloaded this file, right? Let's assume that you have downloaded it, right? Then secondly, you have to download the SDK, which we have many. So you can download what? The Android Studio, which is best. Android Studio. This is the Android Studio, right? And for those, because you have the latest version, and the latest version is somehow going along with the recent technology that you have, like the recent gadget that you have. Because there are some softwares, also there are some systems that won't be able to accept the recent installation. This one, so that's why just download the previous version, like what someone asked. So just search for previous version. You will see them, because my network is somehow slow. So which I believe that you must have installed them, right? It's somehow huge. So now we have Android Studio, right? And then we have Flutter file. And let's assume now this is my own Flutter file here that I've downloaded. Where is it? Let's say this is my Flutter file, right? And then this is my Android Studio, right? I have these two files right now. So now listen. If we are to use Android Studio straightforward, it will, because it requires a lot of like graphics. So Android Studio is a huge software which requires a lot of graphics. So now, if you are using a graphic system, that's when you will enjoy this Android Studio a lot. But for us to use the one that is more flexible and more sufficient for us, and it's easier and very, oh my god, my system. So based on what I was explaining earlier on, I said that instead of us to be using the Android Studio straightforward, because the Android Studio requires graphics. So if I use a graphic system, that's when you enjoy it more. But since we don't have graphic system, that's where we will now use what we call VS Code, because that VS Code is flexible and it's consumed just a little bit of space. So the only thing that we just do now is how we can integrate that Android Studio into our VS Code, whereby we will now be making use of VS Code, and everything that you are doing will be going along with our Android Studio. But the Android Studio is an IDE platform that you can use it to do anything that you want to do, any coding that you want to do. But the software is somehow too big for some of the system, and it requires a lot of graphics. That's why. If someone is raising his hand, oh, there's question.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, what's the question, please? Okay.
What is the minimum requirement in RAM and operating system in order to get the minimum Android Studio software downloaded?
So, like the minimum that you are saying. So I told you now. Someone has asked this question before. Even now, the recent technology that you have, right? Even as you are even entering into that that website, automatically you see that it will detect your device and say that your device is not supported. That's the reason in almost everything, that all the technologies that you have, these tools that you are using now. So now they have we have one thing that they used to like incorporate into that software, that instead of someone should download and later on out telling you that your platform is not supported this, so automatically if you want to download it, so that's why just try to open that like as if you want to download Android Studio on your this mobile phones. You will try you will get what I'm saying. It will tell you that your device is not supported. Why? So but if your one is not doing that, all softwares, the minimum requirement for all softwares, so it's one, the RAM should be nothing less than 2 gig RAM, while the ROM should not less than 120 ROM. But they just used to say this because of the limitations that they used to see. One, secondly, it's because of the capacity, right? So the capacity of what that thing can carry, it somehow they will just assume that this is how it's supposed to be. So that's why we have all this bit that you have 32-bit, 64-bit. But the best, like what they always say, that Android Studio requires a lot of this graphics. That's why you will even see when you are downloading, you will see like 1 gig upward, right? And even after when you have installed that software, for the software not to be bulky, that's why they now separated some of the plugins. That is after when you've downloaded the software that you now download the plugins too along with it. But how can you now know that whether your device is supported or not? See, it's very, very simple. If your system is not a graphic system, please, Android Studio, it's not for you. You can download it because you need the SDK. You will download it, but you won't use it. You will get to understand what I'm saying now. The only that you just use it for, it is just for you to set up your emulator. That's all. So everything that you are doing there, it will be integrated into that your VS Code. Hope that answers your question. But if you are to use our Android Studio straightforward, believe me, like me now, I'm not using a graphic system, so it will slow down everything. So, but now you will see how I will integrate it with our VS Code, and everything will be working perfectly. But nevertheless, you still have to download that Android Studio or any IDE software. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, okay. Now I believe that you've all downloaded it now. Now the first thing that you have to do after when you've downloaded, okay, someone is also raising his hand. Any question here? What's the question, please?
I'm having issue with downloading Flutter. I don't know. I'm just seeing when I go to browser and search for Flutter download, it will just show me the Flutter documents, stuff like that.
Yes. That is the file. Flutter is not like a software. It is just a file, right?
Okay.
Just something like this. Just download something like this. Hope you can see my screen. Something like a zip file like this.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, sir. So how do I?
Now that's what I want to explain now. That's what I just want to explain now. So now after you've downloaded that file, one, and then you've downloaded your Android Studio and installed this one. This you have downloaded this and installed like this. Let me open it. So after you've installed this Android Studio and you've downloaded this what's the name? VS Code. That's the three software that you need for now. Come, let me open as a new window so that because I want to start new thing. Now let's assume now that, and also you have also downloaded this, right? This our Android, this our VS Code. Now listen, it is very easy. The first thing that you have to do here, you see this your file, this your Flutter file. The best way, first of all, you have to set the path. The path is that what we call path is whereas anything that you are running, you must have heard of environment variables. Why they call that is one, it's because if you are working, right, we have two types of paths. We have absolute and we have relative. There's not some things that even anywhere that you want to access that file, you will be able to access it anywhere that you want to access it. Now it is because we don't want to use Android Studio straightforward and it's SDK. So we have to set the path for if you are using any terminal one or if you are using any software, and that path should be there and it should locate anywhere we install that Flutter file. You will understand this if you are familiar with your Git and your Git bash, or let's say Git. If you are familiar with what we call Git, which we also learn later on. So there's something now we have Git, right? Git is just a software. We have, and it's a terminal. We have different terminals. We have Git, we have PowerShell, we have CMD for Windows. But when you have now set that your path, anywhere you've set it, you can access that file from your CMD. You can access it from your PowerShell and any place that you want to do that. That is same thing happening to that, because we want to access this our Flutter file from somewhere else, and then we now have to access the path on our system so that irrespective of any platform that you want to access it, you should be able to locate that file, right? So now the best practice is for you, one, that's your this your file. If you are working with any, because it has happened to me before and per experience, so that's what I'm telling you. If you are working with anything that has to do with file like this, like a Flutter like this, or you could be working on later on with any softwares, like if you're working with your React Native, or anything that just has to do with file, please advisably, please always copy it into your local C file drive. This is your local C here, right? This is your local C here, right? Let me paste this now. That file that you've downloaded, that's your file that you have downloaded, that's your Flutter file, copy it to your C drive. The reason why it's because of virus. Any virus that is attacking system, what they usually locate first is your anything visible on your desktop. Then, so it's hardly for them to enter to penetrate into local disk file. So that's why sometimes you will see that most of your files there will turn to like butterfly here, or they will turn to like something that cannot be accessible. But once you come back to your this your project, what's the name? Well, once you come back to your local C, your program files, you will still be able to locate that file. Just that you will just see as something as missed. That's the only thing that you see. But you see the file is still intact here, right? So now the next thing is for you to extract this file. Let us now I've copied it into my local C. I will extract it like this. So now once you've extracted it, like how we did yesterday with our WordPress, this file you can use it to do as many as. So once you've created your SDK, and once you've attached it, and once that's also you can use it to create as many as possible, 1 million softwares, or as see till you get tired. One file is enough for you, and subsequently if they are updating, they will be alerting you. You will be seeing update via your VS Code, since we are now using the VS Code, right? So now before this one we finish extracting, that's first thing. You will come back to this after when it has. Let's wait for it to finish extract, because it's very, very important. Please hope we are getting it right. Any questions so far? Please, are we getting it?
Yes.
So okay, fine. So now this one is still extracting. Please be serious with this. Now, okay, now.
Regarding that local text,
Now.
Can you also copy whatever you have in your like documents,
No.
videos, and paste it there?
No, that's why I advise that if you are dealing with something that is somehow sensible, like now, see, like now, now, there was a time that someone just inserted his Flash into my system, and it corrupted almost all my files, right? So now if it is something that is sensible, that is sensible, that you won't want anything to corrupt it, so it's advisable to put that. But I personally also advise at least anything document that you don't want someone to get access that, or it's somehow very important, just use your Google Drive. But if you are working with something like this here, like your tech like this, if you are working with your software, or you want to create software or something, please always put it inside your local C. Hope that's clear. And if you want it to be on your desktop, there's no problem, but always make sure that you use something like zip. So because once you have zip a file, so that's why we zip a file. We zip a file because of virus, right? Like you see
How
that.
do you zip it?
Now you must have downloaded a zip file, a zip software, and one of the the softwares that I recommend is Winrar, WINRAR. So once you've zipped it now, let's assume now that I want to zip this file now, right? You just right click, automatically you will see the zip, right? Like this add, because I've downloaded this software, that's why it's attached to this my shell menu, right? So now if I click on right click on anything that I want to zip, I just write add to archive. That's where some people now, this is where you now choose, do you want a raw file or raw file or zip file? So now if you want zip, this is where you zip it, and if you want to password it, this is where you password also. This is where you set password. Don't worry, this will come later on, so that this one won't distract our attention. Hope you've so now after when I have extracted it now this is my file here now, right? This is my file here now, but this one is the main file. The main file starts from here. Right? This is the main file. So now for me not to have two different Flutter and then Flutter again, let me just copy this one out, cut it, so that I'll just have one up and paste it. Right now I have my Flutter now, so that if I click on this one till now, nothing inside again, right? You see now. So now I have my main Flutter file, right? This is my Flutter file right now. So if that you will not click on it, right? After click on it, you will see bin, bin. Click on bin here. You see this thing that you've seen, right? This is your local part here now. This is how your computer will see it. You see now, C inside C file, then Flutter, then bin, right? You see this one now. You now copy it. You now copy this your C like this. You copy it. Now go back to your what's the name? Your search bar and search environment. As you type, you see environment, edit system, environment variables. You click on it under your control panel or just search. Then come down to this your environment variables or settings, anyone. You will see something like this, right? Please, are we following?
Yes.
So now you will see something part like this part. But if you don't have part, it's very important. If you are familiar with Python and any other like all this Python, Node.js, you always see this part. It's very important because if you don't have part, you won't be able to access anything on the terminal. So if at the time that you don't have this part, you will just come to new like this. Just click new and then just type the variable names parts. Always make sure that it's this PATH, or you type Java like this, Java, capital letter Java like this, home like this. If you don't have it, it's either you use this or you use part. Is that clear? Now since I have my own part like this, I have it, but I wanted to add the part of my Flutter that I've created. Just click on it and get edit, right? After that, now just click what new like this and add that part that you've created, that you've copied. Just paste it. Please, any questions, please? Any questions?
From my end, no.
So now I'll click OK. It means that I have added my parts now to this. Right? That is, I can access this Flutter file anywhere and any place. Like from a command, from any software, it means that you've added the part. So that's the essence of this part. Come, let's accept those people that want to enter. Come in. So now that's the essence of the part now. So now I've added the part to this now. So let me also add it to my system variables in case. Part like this, right? Then I will say edit, right? So no even need no need. Now see what I'm saying now, because see how all these parts are added. All this, you see, Node.js, Java, Git. So that's how. What there are some that once you've installed them automatically, like now the recent this thing that you have Python now 3.10 sorry. So now this, as you are installing, you will see something. They will say add to part. If you are installing your your VS Code 2 that I asked you to install. As you are installing, you will see something add to part. So that's why some people, they want you that instead of you to do this, you will just click that add to part. Automatically it will be added to here automatically without going to these steps like this. But because of this Flutter is not a real software, it is just a file that Google created that has a lot of things inside, right? So that's why we now have to make it as a software, as if it's a software. So that's why you will not be you will not be able to access it. Now that we have added to part now, now click on OK. This one too, you say OK, right? Everything is okay now. Now go back to you now open your Android Studio. You click on plugins. After you open it to Android Studio, click on plugins. Then you now search for Flutter. This Flutter, you will search for it. Search for Flutter like this. And then you will install it. Automatically, it will install the Dart tool for you. Because Flutter is going with Dart. That is the programming language for that for Flutter. Please, any questions? Please, any questions, please? Hello?
No.
What about others? No questions, right? So now,
Sorry.
thank you. So now, after when you've installed this your two plugins now, although we will still need something later on, but it will come later on. But it will come later, not now. That's what we call emulator. You will see some people that now that they will be developing, but you will see like a mobile device. Let me give you one example here. Let me see if I can give you one example. If it will take us time, let me use this one. This one software that I'm creating. Let me say, let me use this one as example. I'm coming. It's loading. Oh, let's use Flutter run. Just want to make this one as an example now. But this is not the one. Just want to show you what we need. Also need later on why we need that Android Studio. Now, after when I've clicked on this Flutter run, thank you. Shukran. So now, let's say that I need a device. There are some softwares that or you see someone that might have been developing a software, but you now see that person that you see like a mobile behind this, beside this, right? So now that's what they call emulator. But because of time, we don't need it now, so we will do that later on, right? So that let's just finish installing. So now let's go back to this our VS Code. After when you've done your part, you've installed the plugins on your Android Studio, you will now come down to this. That's what's the name? That's your VS Code, right? You will now come to this extension. You will see something like this called extension, right? You will now still install Flutter again. You will search for Flutter also here. After say Flutter, you will download the Flutter. Automatically, it will install the that tool for you. That's all. It means that you are done with your installations. If you want to confirm now whether your installation is successful and everything is ready, that is your that is your Android Studio, your Flutter, and your Flutter files and your VS Code, they are attached now. They are now integrated into one. Just go to any terminal, maybe CMD. So if you are using Windows, you can just search for CMD like this. You can just search for Windows. You can just search for CMD if you are using Windows, and if you are using Linux, just your terminal, right? Now just run as administrator and type this and type Flutter Doctor. If this one should read, it means that everything is okay. And if it's not reading, you see now, it means that everything is okay. Okay then. Wow. Can you see what is happening? Can you see what is happening? Guys? It means that it's reading my system that, wow, yes, I've installed Flutter under this, under that. And it has marked everything. See, no issue. Connected device, VS Code, Android Studio, Visual Studio Code, Chrome, everything is okay. Please, are we okay now? Any questions so far? Please ask questions. So we have just 15 minutes left, please. No questions?
Hello, sir.
Okay, yeah. Now,
My question is like, I first asked about the Flutter. Like, you told me that the Flutter is just like a
file.
A dog.
Yes.
File, yes, a file. But even the file, I can't really access it.
You say what?
I can't really.
You can what?
I can't really access it.
That is.
Like, I can't really download it from the site.
Okay, what is it showing?
When I click on install,
Yeah.
it just shows me Windows, current device, Mac OS, Linux, and
The screen is not displaying.
Oh.
We're not seeing your.
Oh, I can see his
Screen.
screen. Maybe it's from your side.
It is from your side
I'm not
then.
seeing your screen.
Okay, back to your questions. Now, if you have Windows, Mac OS, and this, so now choose your operating system now. So if you are using Windows, just click on
So I
Windows.
choose Windows, but it's not taking. It will just remain there.
Yeah, it means that it's either your network. So let me show it now again. Hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see.
So now let me see it now. Just go back here now. Just Flutter, download, right? Then come back to this. You see install or any of these things that you see. Sorry, my network. Sorry, my network. Oh. Sorry, my network is somehow slowed down. Is somehow slowing down. شكرا شكرا ما في سكر لا ده ما انا فريدة my network or can you share your screen instead so that if your own screen is because this one is yeah. Hello, Mr. Sharif.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Yes, sir.
just share your screen instead. If
Sir.
you are connected,
Okay, sir.
because this man is not loading here. It's not loading.
Please let's remember to fill the attendance form. You see it in the chat.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
it's my screen now.
Okay. Yeah. I can
Sir,
see
sir,
it.
So when I go into this place and I click on, it shows me.
Uh-huh.
When I click on it.
Click on Windows. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I've clicked on it. It's taking me to this place.
Yes. Then click on what? Click on Android. Yeah. Scroll down. Just scroll down.
So I'm down already.
Alright, let me see. Go up again. I'm going to scroll up.
So,
No. After no, don't be down again. Down.
okay, sir.
Let me see. Just don't be scroll. Okay. So go back again. Move like back again. Back.
Okay. Back.
Like I mean away from this window.
Okay, this window.
Yes, just yeah. Choose desktop, but it's supposed to be Android. But just choose desktop. Just scroll down because now Flutter 2 now has supported. Now we have web now, like how you have HTML, JavaScript, and all the rest for web. So now Flutter 2 has their own web platform now. Just scroll down.
Okay, sir.
Oh no! That's why. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go see. I think
Yes, sir.
the best. Let me just see if my one will load there. I think that was the best.
Okay, sir.
You know what? Just go
Yes, sir.
back to the just click on that get started. Maybe it will direct you to the main this thing. Click on that get started. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
click on Windows.
Okay, sir.
Then scroll down. It's supposed to be here without even that this man. It's supposed to be here.
Sir,
Oh
this is
my
what is
gosh.
showing me when I scroll down.
Wow.
Developing.
Please, are we all still expressing the same thing?
For me, it's the same thing. The way his own is displaying Android, web, and desktop. That's the same thing that is showing.
But have you downloaded it?
However, I've not actually clicked because we've been out of power supply for some days now.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, this all this grid wala. I'm even trying to see if my own can still on. Click on still this
So for
Android.
his own, what's the solution? Because I'm also here. What's the solution
That-
to this?
Click on this Android again. Because I'm even surprised to even see this because you have to see scroll down.
Okay, sir.
You have to see like where they will list. I'm coming. This, um, not this. Go down. Scroll down.
So how about this?
No. These are just this thing that just scroll down. No, download and install. See it. Go down up there. Up small. You see this download and install. Just click over it. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this.
Yes. Because I'm surprised. Yeah, now scroll down now. Yes. That's it. That's the file.
Wow.
Oh, Brian, that's clear now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So now just
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
just try to attach it with how I've explained. So now you attach your Android Studio. Just download the plugins. That's the Flutter and the Dart. Then download under your VS Code 2. Go to your extensions and then download the Flutter and Dart also. But we still need some software too later on. But just for now, then add your path. It's very, very important. Whereby if you so that you will be able to locate your project anywhere and anytime. So that's all. So it means that now instead of us to be using our Android Studio for development, we will just be using what our VS Code now for development, and to see that if that thing is working perfectly is what after when don't forget. Let me make this one to be brought back. Can you see my screen right?
No, sir. I can't see your screen.
You got my screen?
Yes. I'm just. No, sir. I can't see your screen.
What now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so now don't forget, after when you've done everything to confirm, you will just come down to this CMD layer, right? Or any of the terminals. Or if you are using Git, or if you are using even your VS Code 2 has the terminal. Just come down here, just open your VS Code. You see this like this. You see, or you can say Ctrl J. Or you come to this your toggle panel and click this. You see the terminal will pop out. So any of the terminal, or you have PowerShell or anyone that you want to use, that's the essence of you using the path, right? That's what the essence, so that you will be able to access anywhere. Just click on command prompt, then run as administrator, then okay run, and type Flutter Doctor to check if everything is intact. If it starts loading like this, if it's showing that your path is not recognized or so, it means that you have not attached everything and you have not done your necessary things. Please hope you have understood it. Now you see now my own has not started reading and everything already. So the next thing that we need is what we call emulator. That's on how we can attach our device on our what's the name or on our this thing. Let me show you what I'm trying to show you before so that you get to understand. Let me show you here. Although because I have already attached my own. Let me see. Control. No, sorry. Let me see. Let me just attach this file so that you will get to understand what I'm trying to say. Now you see something will pop out. So that thing that will pop out is what they called emulator. That is, you will be able to preview everything. You've seen what pop out now, right? Like a device. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
I can't see the place.
You can't see this screen.
It's just stopped on your Visual Studio when you
Ah.
Flutter.
And you can't see this interface.
No, sir, I'm just seeing your.
I'm coming. What about now? Can you see something like a device that I'm moving now? You can see like a mobile phone.
No, sir, I'm not
Yes,
seeing
I
it.
think it is network. We can. Other people can see.
But you can see, right? So now you see this device that you are seeing now. See this thing that you are seeing that is popping out now under my VS Code is under my Android Studio. That's one of the reasons why you are using SDK, because all these SDKs, they have all these plugins inside. So now, but if I'm to open this under my Android Studio, it consumes a lot. So that's why it's flexible. For you to see here now with your VS Code and see how everything is moving like as if I'm not even using. So that's the essence of us connecting everything that you are seeing. So that's the next thing that we'll do, and how to do this so that as you are developing, you will see how it will be. Can you see it now? You have seen a Google device now, right? Mr. Sharif. Like you are seeing. So now this is what they call virtual device. Please, any questions? I think let's call it a day. Please, any questions, please? Hello? Wow. It's like my network. Hello? 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 Sorry, my network, please. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, please, sorry. Please, sorry. It is my network that logged me out. Please, any questions, please? Hope you have understood it and you've seen the emulator that I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So that's what they call virtual device. So now that's where it means that even before you push everything into production, you would have seen everything how it will be in all devices. And so this is how it will look like. This. So before, so that you won't push, and now someone will say that what is this that is showing on my device? So because you have to make sure that your responsiveness and everything is doing very, very perfectly well, right? So know that your own end, the interface is good, but in the someone else's device, the interface it's looking somehow. So that's why you have to make sure that everything is perfect. So that's why you need the emulator. The emulator is very, very important. So now next week, just we will see how we will iterate the emulator, and then we start developing. Please, do you have a question? Please ask question. Oh, you have a lot to ask question.
The attendance form.
Okay, okay. But I think someone has sent it. Or
So
they
I
must.
was actually lost in the place you explained the how to launch the emulator, but I will, so in order not to take us back, I will
No,
just
no,
go
no,
to
no,
the
no, no, no,
recording
no.
video.
Well, actually, I've not shown them. I just showed them how it will be, which I then showed them how, and yeah, right. But that's why I said that next week, or I should just give you as assignment. Just go to your Android Studio, right? You will see what they call virtual device. Just install it. Mm? But choose the one that has Oreo, Oreo, right? Or choose the one with lollipop. I know that you are all familiar with all this, right? All this your what's the name? Your operating system of your phones, right? You see lollipop, you see different kind of things. So just choose any device that you think. You see different devices there. You see iPhone, you see Samsung, you do, right? So just choose the one with Oreo because it's because it's perfectly, and it has the screen for almost every devices, right? Just choose them and then install it. But although I'll still show you next week, because we don't have more time, we have just only 4 minutes left. I think we have just 5 minutes left for this to end. So now I will show you how it's been installed, and then we start developing. I hope you've all seen the attendance form, right? So that's all about Flutter installation, and with this, it's for life. The only thing that will make you now to do that again, it's only if you format your system, or you want to change your laptop. That's only when you have to do this again. That's all. That's all. So now with this, you can create as many as possible. No need for you to update automatically. As you see now, when I wanted to run this on this my platform, like this my software now, this my what's the name, my VS Code. Anytime if it requires you to if you are required to update, automatically as you are launching your VS Code or your Android Studio, it will just ask you to update. That file is sufficient. That one file that you've downloaded, that's all for life. So if there's any update, it will be asking for you to update, and make sure you always update. You always update online. And as they are updating, make sure you always read documentation, which I will also show you later on. This is where most of people lacked a lot of things that are happening in tech. They are not updated, right? So you have to go along with trend. But don't worry, I will show you. I will be showing you along and how things are done. Hope with this, I think I've made a justice upon. My voice is not that clear, but I still have that. Let me still have this class. But nevertheless, please, the only thing, just make sure you practice. By next week, we don't want someone else to now draw us back. The only thing that can just make sure that you have questions. Okay, I want to ask questions based on this. But someone should not draw us back. Please, how to download or how to. Please, we don't want that. For today, we will assume that we've added our part, we've installed our Android Studio, we've attached it with our VS Code, and we've installed all the plugins. So our next class is for us to install our emulator and start developing. That's all. Don't worry. Don't be afraid of programming language. So I will teach you the easier way for you to understand that. Even though you don't have any programming knowledge, just make sure you attend. Just attend, right? If you miss one class, it's a big problem. Once you've missed a class, it will be difficult for you to meet up. Just make sure you attend class, and if you miss in case, just make sure you watch the videos. So see you next class, and happy coding and happy developing, and have a nice and wonderful weekend. Bye bye.
Hello, sorry, please.
Okay. Okay.
Are we going to have a video today? plan?
Yes, I'll send it. I will upload the video. I will upload it. Don't worry.
Oh.
I'll upload it.
Attendance form, please.
I think someone has.
Attendance is on the chat. It's on the chat.
It's on the
Check
chat.
the chat, please.
It's not there. I can't find it there.
Click on the message, in call message.
We have just only
That's
1
what
minute
I
there.
even messaged. There's a message I left there. I
It
can't
will.
see it.
It will log you out
I
now.
can't-
I think the time is up. It will log us
Somebody
out
has
now.
shared it just now. I can
Be
see
fast,
it.
though.
Please check it.
You have to be fast because it will log us out
Yeah,
now.
it's still there. It's still there.
Remaining 30 seconds, 20. It will log us out now because the time is up. You know, Zoom now is now 1 hour. So bye bye. Having a wonderful day. Look ahead. Please, if you have any questions, please just ask via the platform.
Yeah, the person who can't see the form can also message on can send a DM.